Hey, what's up? How are you guys doing today? Welcome into the channel. I just got through doing a live where we were talking about the budget cuts to, the federal budget cuts to funding for food programs, whether it be SNAP or Meals on Wheels, potentially could be happening for Meals on Wheels, but it already has happened for SNAP and it's already happened for food banks, and people are, um, struggling already to find food, to be able to afford food, to be able to access food reasonably priced, which everything is unreasonable because the prices are continuing to go up. If you watched that video, thank you. If you haven't watched that video, please go back. I urge you and watch that video. Definitely hit the like button for that video as well as this video you are on right now. We're going to keep it in the realm of food because I can't go outside to tend to the food that I'm growing because it's raining really, really hard right now. Um, I can in breaks, but not when it's as hard as it is. So I do encourage you to start a garden, grow as much food as you possibly can with whatever space that you have. Make sure you're growing things that you want to eat. Now is not the time to experiment on, well, let me just try this right here. I've always wanted to grow that. Now you can if you have space to grow the main things, but if you don't and you're limited, make sure you're growing the items that you definitely eat, whether that's tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers, squash, things like that. But when we go into the store, and they always tell us to shop the perimeters of the store, because that's where you're going to find the healthier foods. These grocery stores have picked up on that, y'all. Have you noticed that there are a lot of non-healthy things in the perimeter now to catch your eye? you know so they've caught on to that, and they're about making money, so they're going to make their money the best way they can. But the issue is that we have a federal agency, the FDA, that Food and Drug Administration, that is a business in the business of making you sick. So they're allowing things, poison, into the food. They're allowing things that other countries have banned into the food because there is a control issue there. And if I can control you one way or the other with the food, then I pretty much can get you to do anything I need you to do. I.e., we're controlling the food with the food banks. We're controlling the food with all this other stuff. We're controlling the food with the chemicals that we put in it, because eventually those chemicals are going to make you sick, and you are going to need drugs to heal your body. So it's the hands washing each other. I give you this to eat, and now you're sick. You're coming back because you need medication for what you just ate. So that's what's happening. So I have some clips here. I actually have a whole video that I'm going to do a review on, a reaction to. But I do have clips also from TikTok of people who are noticing, taking their time in the store to notice the differences that's going on in the store with the food, how it looks, the shininess of it, the bright colors of it. And is that really how that food is looking when you yourself grow it, or a farmer grows it and takes it to the farmer's market? And this is people with their eyes. They taste with their eyes as well. And so if you see something bright red, shiny, or orange bright, you're like, oh, this look like it would taste real juicy, real good. You know what I'm saying? Those strawberries, oh my gosh, they are super huge. These are superhuman strawberries right here. Beware of what is in your food. And we're going to look at videos as well of what's in this takeout food, not just the chemicals of it all, but actual items that are in the food that you would not expect. And also watch out for those natural flavors, because those natural flavors could be anything. Okay. I watched the guy's video, and in his video, he stated what he found out is natural flavors could be anything. And in this particular oatmeal that has the strawberry flavor, the blueberry flavor, the peach flavor, you know, those flavors, those natural flavors. Well, in those particular items, the natural flavor was beaver anal glands or anal. Um, Disgusting. I don't know what to say. Let's just share this. Let me just share this so you can see. We can get on with this video.
About an hour, so I'm at the grocery store picking up some stuff. I'm just walking.
Hold on.
Check this shit out.
Video.
Walking around, and I'm bored and shit, waiting on something to happen in about an hour. So I'm at the grocery store picking up some stuff. I'm just walking around reading labels and shit. So I'm looking at these pies.
Sorry for the cursing.
Right? And they look great. They're all shiny and shit. It was a little burnt, but I mean, I'm sure it's fine. But just reading the labels on these things. This is an apple pie. Okay, apple, flour, cinnamon, sugar, maybe some brown sugar, little egg,
Vanilla.
maybe
That's
some
all
yeast.
sugar
That's
in.
about all you fucking need to make an apple pie. Look at all this shit. Look at all these ingredients.
Now, as I freeze this, you see here, you got apples, salt, ascorbic acid, citric acid, enriched flour, wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, monotrate, something, niacin again, reduced iron, canola oil, palm oil, sugar, food starch, modified apple juice, concentrate, whey, butter, pasteurized cream, natural flavors, salt, cane syrup, yeast, yeast blend, yeast, cinnamon, pectin destrux, citric acid, potassium sorbate. But at the top, you know, it gives you your allergies. If you have allergies to any of these things, it could be in this apple pie. A simple apple pie could have, of course, eggs, but also could have fish, milk, peanuts, sesame, shellfish, soy, tree nuts, and wheat. Make it make sense.
And the kicker, the funny thing, and when I flipped it over, it said this contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Look at the size of these puppies. Look at them. And they all look the same, nice and shiny. But what's even more newer to me is look at the PLU code 10387. It's not a 4, it's not a 9, it's not an 8. What is the 1? What is the 1?
What is that carrot?
I'm going to have to look this one up.
Is it bioengineered?
No, Bugs Bunny would be having a heyday on these. So here's some real jumbo carrots. And they're not as big, are they? And the color isn't as bright, is it? Kind of makes you wonder what those other carrots were. So you see the difference in the color? You see the difference in the size when it's actually growing properly? And then when it's modified? I'm pretty sure those were modified.
I'm pretty sure.
What's in a McDonald's Big Mac? Let's find out. The bun.
We're going to get to McDonald's in a minute.
All right, everybody.
Because
what are they putting in our food in America? Today we are comparing chicken breasts. This is from my local butcher. This is what I usually get my chicken from.
Now, I don't know what he's about to show, but I bought chicken thighs last month. And I don't know, but if y'all clean y'all meat when y'all take it out the pack, let me know in the comments. Do you wash your meat, or do you just take it out the pack and cook it? Because I wash mine. No judgment if you don't, but I wash my meat no matter what it is. I wash it. So when I mean wash, I don't mean use Dawn detergent on my stuff. Okay. So in washing and preparing my meat with lemon or lime or vinegar, whatever you want to clean it with, it had a film over it, a clear film, like when you pull, because I was taking the skin off of it. I bought thighs with skin on because they're cheaper when you just do it yourself and take it off. So it had like a film on it that was, I never in my life seen this before. I don't know what it was. You know, ended up not cooking them because I didn't know what this was. Like, what are they doing to the food?
And then we also have chicken from Walmart as well as Purdue chicken. Now, before we open these packs, I wanted you guys to see that they were legitimate chicken breasts from the stores that we said they're from, and they're still in the packaging. Now, visually, you can see there's a huge difference between what we're getting at our local butcher from a farm compared to what they're giving us at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a caveat at the bottom. It says there could be up to 5% water retained. But we're going to weigh out the biggest ones and compare the size difference between the different chicken breasts. So we have our scale set up here. Note that we're at 0 grams. Now we're going to take the biggest breast from our local butcher shop and put that on there. And it measures in at 187 grams. Now we're going to have to trim some of this extra stuff off of this breast because I want it to be as accurate as possible. So we've cut the Walmart one to take out that excess that was on the sides. What's it at?
Good Lord, 392.
What?
And the other one was
What's in the
187?
chicken?
Okay, so
All right, everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Lordy Jesus.
All right, everyone.
what are they putting in our?
What is in that chicken? Now I got to go forward because I don't want to watch it.
What did you guys? A farm? Difference between some. What's it at?
392 grams.
What?
And the other one was
187.
yeah.
Okay, so this is from our local butcher shop.
Wow.
This is the Walmart chicken breast. This is the Purdue breast, which is supposed to be a little bit better quality than the Walmart one. Let's go ahead and weigh this one out.
347.
Oh,
What?
So I don't know if there's any math wizards out there, but if you compare the percentage difference between the smallest breast we have to the largest, it's 109.6% bigger at Walmart than it is from our butcher. Now the Purdue.
And you know, we all in America, we like it big. We like our things big. But how are they getting these as big as they're getting them? I told my husband the other day about that story I just told y'all about. And I said, this is why I want to get quail, because I don't have enough space in my coop to add meat chickens to it. Otherwise, I would get some meat chickens. But we do have another homestead where my husband shares 10 acres of property with his parents. And we have done meat birds there. And I'm like, we might need to do meat birds again this summer because I don't know if I want to keep buying the chicken from the store. It's making me nervous.
breast is a little bit smaller and it's 85.56% bigger than the breast from our butcher.
That's crazy.
But 5% was supposed to be water. What is the major difference in our chicken? I'm not an expert in this, but this is alarming. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you have any other theories.
This biosludge is then collected from municipal water treatment plants and used as so-called fertilizer on factory farms. The official.
What's in the meat? Like we got the In-N-Out double. What's in the meat? We got the In-N-Out burger. Looks gross. It's just burger and water.
This week on how U.S. food regulations have left American consumers exposed to chemicals and additives that have been banned in other countries.
This is going to shock you.
Goes in depth to
Some
show
of
us
you.
how some of these ingredients may be linked to cancer and other health-related issues.
From baguettes to focaccia, Europe is famous for its bread, but one ingredient is missing. Potassium bromate is a suspected carcinogen that's banned for human consumption in Europe as well as China and India, but legal in the US, where it's used by some food makers to strengthen dough and estimated to be present in over 100 products.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumors.
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could reach.
It's not just potassium bromate, but many other chemicals and substances that are banned here in Europe over health concerns, but considered safe
Titanium.
by the FDA.
Do you think most Americans are aware that they're being exposed to substances that are viewed as dangerous over here?
They probably just think, well, if it's available and it's in the store, then it's probably fine.
Stacey McNamara is from upstate New York, but has been living in London for 10 years. She told us raising children on this side of the Atlantic has opened her eyes to what's allowed in food in the US. She has no plans to ever move back home.
And you wonder why our children are so obese. It's not just they're eating candy and, you know, chips and all of that stuff. It's the main foods, the meats and the vegetables that have these items in it. So when you think you're giving your kids something healthier, it's really not, because of the chemicals that have been banned in other countries that we are now allowing our people to eat.
In a statement to CBS News, the FDA said that when used properly, potassium bromate converts to a harmless substance during food production. But at the same time, Nora, it acknowledged that not all potassium bromate may convert, saying,
this question right here. Red 40 is banned, right? Let's get into it. And hopefully you guys aren't still eating hot Cheetos. These things have Red 40 in them. I can't.
And here's how the FDA get over. I'm pretty sure, hopefully he'll explain it, but if he doesn't, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So if they've banned red dye, what they do is they mix other things together to create that color, but those things should be banned as well. Loophole.
Central leading chemical. Let's get into it. And before we get more into the video, is your child having behavioral issues? Did you know that Red 40 is linked to ADHD, behavioral issues, autism, and all kinds of stuff? Let's get more into it. But stop. Go ahead and screenshot this so you can work on taking all these foods out of your diet. Now let's go.
So I'm guessing for those of you that are watching, you're probably not consuming anything with red food dye, but your kids may. And here are some symptoms: hyperactive kids, allergies, increasing risk of cancer, and increasing estrogen.
I mean, can we get a round of applause for Dr. Berg? The man has been trying to wake us up for so long. I mean, look at this. It's linked to cancer, ADHD, allergies, hypersensitivity, asthma, hyperactivity. Now let's continue.
15 million pounds of artificial food dye is put into food. And a lot of those foods are marketed towards kids, especially something like this little fruit snack, or quotes, fruit snack, has a lot of these dyes in it. And, you know, these dyes are really, they're linked to behavior problems in kids, ADHD, even autism. And, you know, I used to think food dye, it's just food dye. It's not good, it's not bad, but I've really seen a big link with diseases in my kids, my patients, allergies, other inflammatory diseases, behavior problems. It's a big problem.
And as much as I'd like to tell you that Red 40 and other toxic food dyes are banned in the US, they're not. But guess what? They're banned in other countries. Other countries don't want their people eating this stuff. Huh? I mean, seriously, guys, they're feeding us stuff that is banned in other countries because of all the health issues it's causing. Like, seriously, try and cut these foods out of your diet too. Let's continue.
Since the dawn of Skittles, there have been rumors about the dangers of eating them. Every one of us heard at least one classmate claim that the red ones make you sterile, and the yellow ones, they give you cancer. Turns out, it might be worse than that. First of all, your classmate wasn't wrong. The dyes known as Yellow 5 and Yellow 6 have been linked to hives and hyperactivity in children. Sweden and Norway have banned the candies out of concern. The European Union will most likely be banning Skittles at the end of the year, having already swapped out some of the dye for more natural flavors. This is because of something called titanium dioxide, which can be found making the colors pop across the rainbow. Research linked titanium dioxide to damaged DNA, which can lead to cancer, not only toxic, but are unfit for human consumption. So maybe for now, play it safe.
If you want to know more about toxic food dyes and bioengineered food, please like, comment, and share for more. Thanks.
But
this
yeah,
question, right?
So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you.
For those who didn't hear it, just please tell us how many. I know you don't have to tell us the exact names, but just tell us how many ingredients are in what you refer to as Chick-fil-A.
Well, it's a play on.
Come on now, Chick-fil-A. Come on now. Some people about to be in their feelings, I'm pretty sure. I stopped eating Chick-fil-A after my husband shared a video with me on it.
Words, of course. And you got to be black people. They when I said McDevils, everybody was like, ha ha ha. I said Taco Hell, ha ha ha. White Casket instead of White Castle, ha ha ha. Kentucky Fried Chicken, ha ha ha. When I said Long John Killers, they was fine.
Oh my
when I said
God.
the Murder King, they was fine. But black people got an emotional attachment to this Chick-fil-A spot. So when I said Chick-fil-A, well, I had to get extra security. So
wow.
I was sitting one day drinking some coffee, and I was looking at the line at Chick-fil-A. 3 lines starting at 10:30 in the morning, and I stayed there for an hour. It never let up.
Yep.
I said, ain't no way in hell that a chicken sandwich tastes that good. So I said, let me see. I wonder what they putting in it. And I started doing the research right at the time that you remember, in the hood, there was this argument, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. And everybody was going back and forth. And you seen people at Popeyes, man, got shot. Man shot somebody because they didn't have no more chicken sandwiches left.
I know.
I said, this ain't no regular chicken sandwiches.
No.
So I went and looked up Popeyes chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich. Over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So they really are flipping birds over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there's no way in the world to justify. So whenever I seen that, I said it in a message, and someone took the clip of it and then went on the website of Chick-fil-A, had it broke down where they were clicking on it, showing all of the ingredients and these chemicals that were in it. Do you know the next day Chick-fil-A took that down off their website? So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you, that they're doping you.
Wow.
That they have you wanting the food not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted by the MSG and the other chemicals.
And that was me when it came to Chick-fil-A. If we traveling, we got to stop by Chick-fil-A. We got to do it. But I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a minute. Now, my daughter wanted Chick-fil-A the other day. I refused to go get it. But it ain't much out there that you can get that don't have something in it.
They've inserted in that also are immune system disruptors. They ill affect your brain, mess with your arteries, and any foreign substance automatically activates the immune system, which means our bodies, when we eat this kind of food, they're fighting an unnecessary battle. Controls your kitchen, controls your revolution.
If you don't eat pork, I got bad news for you. I'm at Publix right now and I'm gonna show you something. You see this ingredient right here? Monodiglyceride. It's in almost every single bread product in Publix, which means that you're eating pork if you eat bread from Publix. Look at it right there. It's in all of these. Bro, I can't eat nothing. But some of these right here actually don't have it. This is the Cuban bread and it's safe. Look, you see the ingredients? This one is good too. The point I'm trying to tell you is that you need to actually read.
It's funny, but not funny. It's when you don't understand or know what one of the ingredients are, just like I looked it up on my phone. You got to look it up. You just got to look it up. They will give it a different name, but where's the warning at if you have an allergy to this or you just don't eat pork? or you just don't eat shellfish, but you don't have an allergy, they don't have to put it on the package.
Oh, wait. Let me show you something else. Okay, now I'm in this section, the hostess. You see that right there, mono and diglyceride? See right here, it says it can be derived from plant sources, including pork. They are not going to tell you if it's actually from plants or pork. More than likely, it will be from pork.
Strawberry soda, artificially flavored. And we read the ingredients on the can. We're not going to find strawberries as an ingredient.
No.
Get into this apple and it just started rotting, bro. Like instantly. I can't believe I'm still eating it.
Me either.
Like it just started rotting. Wow.
These old beagles contain L-cysteine, made from either human hair or duck feathers.
What?
The list of chemicals in this long loaf really makes a dog wonder. This old blue 5 has been known to cause hyperactivity, as well as other elements. Have you known any hyper kids rooting around?
One particular restaurant, and the restaurant is McDonald's, and I watched like the first 5 minutes of this, and I'm like, are you serious? How many of you have gone to McDonald's when they have the McRib? That's generally the only thing I will, every now and then I'll eat a nugget from there, even knowing that I know this ain't all nugget. But when you actually, I'm a visual person, so when you actually see stuff, it makes you really question yourself. What is wrong with you? You know that this is not 100% whatever you think it is or want it to be, but you still eating it. So I don't think I'm gonna be eating these McRibs anymore, y'all. I know I shouldn't have been eating them from the jump. I can come clean and say I've eaten McRibs, and I'll be waiting for the McRib to come back whenever they bring it back. But I'm gonna have to pass on that and make my own rib sandwich. Let's see.
You've never seen it before. This morning, revealing secrets to some of your favorite menu items for the first time.
If McDonald's workers refuse to eat certain meats, there's a reason. Some things sit too long, others aren't what they seem, and a few might make you question your life choices. So, before your next order, let's talk about the meats you should absolutely avoid, starting with McRib. Ever wonder why the McRib keeps disappearing and coming back? It's not because McDonald's is creating demand. The truth is, it only returns when pork prices drop low enough. It's the boomerang of fast food. You throw it away, but it keeps coming back. What are you eating? Not actual ribs. It's ground pork shoulder and trimmings pressed into a rib shape. It's like ordering ribs and getting a cardboard cutout with wheels. The fake shape is held together with meat glue.
Oh!
Yes, meat glue is real, and not what you want to think about while eating. The ingredient list reads like a chemistry experiment. It once contained azotocarbonamide, used in yoga mats and shoe soles. When your sandwich shares ingredients with yoga equipment, you're getting more...
Back up. How they putting the stuff you make yoga mats with in the McRib? Is that why it's so rubbery, like flexible? And a meat glue.
A chemistry experiment. It once contained azotocarbonamide, used in yoga mats and shoe soles. When your sandwich shares ingredients with yoga equipment, you're getting more flexibility than you bargained for. McDonald's removed this chemical, but what else lurks in that patty? The sauce hides the meat's true flavor with high fructose corn syrup and preservatives.
Sugar.
Those grill marks? Painted on with caramel coloring. About as authentic as a $3 bill.
Oh my God.
The McRib contains 70% more sodium than claimed and stays fresh unnaturally long. It's the vampire of fast food, refusing to age naturally. These patties sit in warming trays for hours. They've been there so long they should be paying rent. The McRib might make you think twice about McDonald's meat offerings,
I am.
but it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to fast food secrets.
Mm-mm.
If the McRib is this questionable, just imagine what lurks behind the breaded coating of other menu items. And speaking of breaded items, a standard McDonald's Chicken McNugget contains only about 50 to 60% actual chicken meat. The other 40% is apparently dedicated to making sure your body never fully understands what it just ingested.
I mean,
The remaining ingredients include modified corn starch.
Didn't they come out and say that we are 100% chicken now? We're not the people that you thought we were? Didn't they say that years ago? What happened? What happened? You can't believe nobody.
Salt, wheat starch, natural flavoring,
Oh,
dextrose,
natural
citric acid,
flavorings.
and rosemary
Hold on.
extract. That's just
Natural flavorings. Remember, that could be anything. I have to keep stopping like this because otherwise they might copyright me. But natural flavorings, I can't even say it. I'm so annoyed by this.
the chicken part. The breading adds another dozen ingredients, including hydrogenated soybean oil and TBHQ,
What is
a
that?
petroleum-based preservative that keeps the nuggets from going bad.
Oh, Lord.
The shelf life of these nuggets is so long, they might outlive your car payments.
Jeez.
Remember the infamous pink slime photos that went viral years ago?
Yeah.
Those images showed a pink, soft serve-like substance that was supposedly the base material for.
And that's why I stopped eating the nuggets from McDonald's, because this is what they were using when it came out, and I saw that. But then they came back. That's why y'all think I'm playing when I say they said we don't do that anymore, because they done came up with something else.
For chicken nuggets. McDonald's has repeatedly denied using pink slime in their current nuggets.
See?
But former employees tell a different story about what goes into the mixing vats. According to them, chicken parts that most people would discard, including fat, skin, connective tissue, blood vessels, and ground bone, are all fair game for the nugget mixture. It's basically everything but the chicken's personality. Here's a fact that might turn your stomach. Nuggets can be refried up to 3 times before being thrown away.
No.
When nuggets sit too long in the warming tray, employees are instructed to throw them back into the fryer for a quick reheat. This process can be repeated multiple times.
I am going to ask my daughter about this. And she be eating nuggets, which would explain her eczema and all this other stuff, and asthma. Oh my goodness.
Before the nuggets are deemed unservable. They get dunked in oil more times than a witch at a Salem trial.
No.
Some locations report cooking massive batches of nuggets during rush hours, with the extras sitting for hours before being served. By the time you bite into that 4th or 5th nugget from your box, you might be eating something that's been sitting under heat lamps since the breakfast shift ended.
Get out.
Now that we've lost our appetite for chicken, let's slide over to something from the sea. The only product we
do not touch the fillet of fish. Don't you do it, sir. Don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all think he gonna do it? Because he just said sliding over to the sea. Is he about to talk about the fish fillet? Do y'all eat fish? Do y'all eat McRib? Do y'all eat the nuggets at McDonald's? Do y'all eat the fish fillet? Or you just do burgers at McDonald's, or you don't touch it at all? And I won't judge you, and you better not judge me. Let's find out what he's about to say.
We'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and war.
I need that book. What's the name of it is? Hold on. I'm gonna write this down.
Let's slide over to something from the sea. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and wartime that are impossible to find elsewhere. We decided to promote his book because we are the last generation able to share these techniques and superfoods to our children or grandchildren.
That's true.
It would be a shame to see this information about highly nutritious foods and preservation methods to survive crises disappear. You can check it out in the description of this video down below. Swimming deeper into McDonald's menu brings us to the filet-o-fish, a sandwich that
Here you go.
former employees consistently rank as the item you should never order.
Ooh.
Why? It's rarely made fresh.
Oh.
The filet-o-fish suffers from low popularity outside of Fridays and Lent season. This creates a serious freshness problem. Since so few customers order it, the fish patties often sit in warming trays for hours before someone finally orders one. These fish fillets have been waiting so long they could qualify for retirement benefits. A survey of 100
But they've cut those.
McDonald's workers revealed that 87% admitted their locations rarely make these sandwiches to order. Instead, they pre-make a small batch and keep them in the holding cabinet. The company policy states fish should be discarded after holding for 30 minutes, but employees report that many locations stretch this to 4 hours or more.
What?
The fish is practically growing old enough to start telling stories about the good old days.
Oh my God.
The oil issue compounds the problem. Fish patties should be cooked in dedicated fryers to prevent flavor transfer. But during busy periods, many locations fry everything in the same oil. This means your fish might taste faintly of chicken nuggets, French fries, or whatever else was fried before it. One McDonald's training manual actually rates filet-o-fish as low priority for oil changes. Have you ever noticed the half slice of cheese on your filet-o-fish? This isn't a mistake. McDonald's deliberately uses half a slice of American cheese on each sandwich. The official reason is optimal taste balance. But former managers reveal it's really a cost-cutting measure that saves millions annually. They're not being cheap. They're just giving the cheese a part-time job. When the fish patty sits too long, the cheese often melts completely, then resolidifies into a strange texture. Employees are taught to hide this by adding extra tartar sauce. The standard recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of tartar sauce, but old fish fillets might receive 2 or 3 times that amount to.
So if you do order a fish fillet and they put a whole bunch of tartar sauce on there, note that fish is old as hell. It's just old as hell. Or just don't order it at all.
To mask the texture. After fishing around in these murky waters, let's move on to something that sounds healthier. Many customers turn to grilled chicken as the healthy option at McDonald's.
They don't even look good.
Bad news. This might be one of the most misleading menu items. First, that rubbery texture you notice isn't just poor cooking. McDonald's grilled chicken starts as frozen patties that contain less than 70% actual chicken meat. The rest, a cocktail of modified cornstarch, salt, wheat starch, and natural flavoring. Those distinct grill marks aren't created over an open flame, but are pre-printed onto the meat using caramel coloring and other dyes. They're basically wearing makeup to look hot. It's chicken catfishing. A 2022 study analyzed fast food grilled chicken and found that McDonald's version contained nearly 3 times more sodium than a piece of grilled chicken you'd make at home. A single sandwich can contain up to 40% of your daily sodium intake. High sodium isn't the only concern. The meat undergoes a chemical bath with sodium phosphates, modified food starch, and other preservatives to maintain freshness. This chemical bath serves another purpose: moisture retention. Normal chicken dries out when reheated.
This is what happens to your body when you eat cheese. Watch this before eating cheese.
Number 1, brie.
Fermented. But McDonald's grilled chicken can survive multiple reheatings while maintaining a moist texture. Lab tests have shown these chicken patties can maintain their consistency for up to 6 months when properly preserved.
Dang.
It's like the chicken drank from the fountain of youth, except instead of water, it was industrial chemicals. The most telling evidence comes from the employees themselves. In an anonymous survey of McDonald's workers, 75% admitted they would never eat grilled chicken at their own restaurants. When asked why, common responses included strange smell when cooking, weird texture, and chemical taste. The cooking process adds to the problem. To save time, the chicken is often pre-cooked, refrigerated, and then quickly reheated on the grill press when ordered. This gives it that odd, springy texture that's somewhere between chicken and rubber. From healthy chicken that isn't so healthy, let's sizzle over to breakfast. Breakfast at McDonald's brings its own set of meat mysteries, with the sausage patty taking center stage as perhaps the most questionable morning option. This circular disc of mystery meat holds the record for sitting on the grill the longest of any
Mystery.
McDonald's protein.
Wow.
Morning shift workers often cook massive batches of sausage patties during the pre-dawn setup. Testing by food safety experts has found that the average McDonald's sausage patty sits in the warming tray for 97 minutes before being served. That's over 4 times longer than the company's official 20-minute hold time. These sausage patties sit around so long they should be collecting unemployment benefits. The sausage mixture contains a concerning 32 ingredients, including BHA and BHT, controversial preservatives that several countries have banned due to potential health risks. The patties also contain MSG under 4 different names to mask the flavor degradation that occurs during extended holding periods. An alarming practice reported by employees involves the steaming trick. When sausage patties become too dry or develop a crust from sitting too long, workers are instructed to give them a steam bath to rehydrate them. This involves placing a damp paper towel over the patties in the microwave for 15 seconds. The sausage gets more spa treatments than most people can afford. From a nutritional standpoint, the sausage patty is the heaviest hitter in the McDonald's arsenal.
This is crazy.
One patty contains 22 grams of fat, nearly a third of your daily value, and packs a whopping 400 milligrams of sodium. The high-fat content makes the grill surfaces especially greasy, leading to another issue: cross-contamination with other breakfast items. The fat-saturated grill rarely gets a thorough cleaning during breakfast hours. Instead, workers simply scrape it down with a metal spatula between batches. This means your fresh sausage patty is cooking in the residual grease of dozens of previous patties, some from hours earlier. After this greasy breakfast adventure, let's flip to the
This is crazy. Oh, no, sorry, Mom. It's cheered.
locations. The regular patties used in hamburgers and cheeseburgers are almost always reheated. The primary reason? Economics. The thin, standard patties cook quickly but cool just as fast. To keep up with demand while minimizing waste, most locations cook huge batches during rush periods, then store them in warming trays. Studies by food scientists have found that the average regular patty sits for 45 minutes before being served.
That's a lot of sit.
Nearly triple the company's official hold time of 10 minutes. These patties wait longer for customers than you wait in the drive-through line. Regular patties also suffer from what employees call the double batch problem. During anticipated rush periods, managers often instruct cooks to prepare twice as many patties as immediately needed. This creates a troubling cycle where newer patties get placed on top of older ones in the warming tray. pushing the older patties further back where they might not be removed when they should be. When these patties inevitably become too dry or develop dark edges, workers resort to a questionable revival technique: the microwave. A leaked McDonald's training document actually instructs employees to microwave dried-out patties for 8 seconds with a damp paper towel to refresh them.
Oh, wow.
It's basically burger CPR, but without the happy ending. The meat quality differs significantly between the Quarter Pounder and regular patties as well. While all McDonald's beef is technically 100% beef, the regular patties contain more fillers and binders.
Oh,
A
Lord.
2020 analysis found that regular patties contain beef from an average of 100 different cows per batch, increasing the risk of contamination. Temperature management poses another issue. The warming cabinets should maintain patties at exactly 140 degrees, the minimum safe temperature, but internal audits found that 83% of locations had cabinets operating below this threshold during at least part of the day. Now that we've uncovered the beef behind the burger, let's investigate another chicken option that
No.
might be even more suspicious than the nuggets. The final warning concerns those flat, breaded chicken patties used in sandwiches like the McChicken and Spicy McChicken.
We're going to end with this.
These rank as the lowest quality chicken product on the entire menu, according to former quality control staff and kitchen managers who have worked at multiple fast food chains. If chicken had a family reunion, these patties would be the distant cousins nobody talks about.
Dang.
Lab analysis reveals these patties contain just 45% chicken meat. The remainder consists of fillers, binders, soy protein, modified food starch, and flavor enhancers. It's playing chicken with the definition of chicken. A food scientist who tested fast food chicken patties across 12 major chains found that McDonald's ranked last in terms of actual meat content, even lower than budget competitors. The bread-to-meat ratio problem is deliberately engineered. A standard chicken patty weighs 2 ounces, while the bun weighs 3 ounces. This isn't accidental. Internal documents show the bread proportion was increased in 2018 to reduce costs while maintaining sandwich size.
Definitely making us sick. It's like, what? I mean, what options do you have at this point?
Mercury
I use real salt, Redmond's real salt.
less than 10 parts per billion. Shopping for your favorite.
Did you know that only 1 to 3% of foods in grocery stores in America is edible without consequence? These brands that you see are the brands that we've all eaten as we've grown up. We feed them to our children. They are full of chemicals. The FDA has approved between 7,000 and 10,000 chemicals. I'm here to just give you a perspective of what I mean when I say only 1 to 3% of the foods are approved.
Product getting lots of attention. It's called the ReadyWise Emergency Food Supply, but shoppers are calling it the Doomsday Bucket. Video from cookbook author Jeffrey Eisner discovering the buckets is going viral.
I guess this is for when the apocalypse hits, which could be any time now, right? Who knows?
The bucket is packed with one.
Why is he just discovering this? This has been out for so long. It's amazing. Like, you could be talking about this all the time. You show these in the store. I show these things in Walmart and everywhere. Video does nothing.
150 servings.
You have teriyaki rice, you have pasta alfredo, a cheesy macaroni, an apple cinnamon cereal, a tomato basil soup with pasta. I mean, you also have Southwest rice and beans, even vanilla pudding.
Eisner decided to give the pasta alfredo a try.
So the two things that are important are water and heat. Just told me to add 6 cups of water and the contents of the package. And step 2 is to bring it to a boil. And then it says to allow it to simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. So let's lower the heat now. Just give it another little stir here. It smells pretty good in here, actually.
He was pleasantly surprised.
Looks like a nice, rich Alfredo. I'm impressed. Like, this is impressive pasta, fancy pasta.
And now for the taste test. Inside Edition producer Emma Cady gave it a try.
It's
That's
good.
delicious.
I'm so glad you like it.
The so-called doomsday buckets cost $63, and no need to wait for the end of the world. They can also be used for camping. The food is supposed to remain good enough to eat for, get this, 25 years.
I don't think there's any reason for any of us to be afraid-o of this Alfredo.
Guys, so we're gonna end it there. We're just gonna end it there. Y'all take care, stay safe, get the prepping, get the stocking. Things, you know, may be looking down, but we can do what we can do to not have such a bad time through all the cuts to these different programs and all the things that are happening. You want your home to be as stocked up as possible. Prices are going up. So if you can get the prices at where they are right now before the next few weeks, the more the better. The more the better it will be for you. So y'all take care. Hit the like button. Share the video out. Your girl is tired. So I'll see you guys in the next video.